Thank you for joining this lesson. This is Jesma 004, Grade 9 Mathematics. It is a very good paper. We're going to solve this paper step by step, and therefore stay up to the end to learn more. Grab a piece of paper, a pen, and a calculator, and let's solve this paper step by step. Without saying much, we're going to start with number 1. Number 1 reads, what is the value of digit 7 in the number? So this is the number, so they're asking the value. So when you hear the word the value, so this is the asking the total value. So they're asking the total value of digit 7 in this number. So how do you get the total value? So the easy way is to drop the 7. The 7 is here, you drop it, and then the rest of the numbers you replace with 0. So how many numbers do we have? You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to replace those numbers with 0. So 1, those are 4, those are 7. So I've replaced these numbers with 7 zeros. So this asking the value. So what is the value? So the value of this number, I can see it has 6 zeros. And therefore it is a million. So this is 70 million. And therefore the correct answer is B, 70 million. Let us go to question number 2. Number 2 says, round off 314.54 to the nearest tenth. So we're going to round off this number to the nearest tenth. So we have 314.54 to the nearest tenth. And we know that the place value when you have a decimal usually start with the tenths, and then you go to hundreds, thousands, and so on. So this is the tenths. The tenths, the number is 5. So we're going to round off to the nearest tenth. So how do we round off? We look at the next number. If it is 5 or more, we add 1. And if it is less than 5, we drop the number. So you can see 4 is less than 5. Therefore, I'm going to drop it. So it becomes 314.5. And therefore, when I look at the options, you can see the correct answer is C. And therefore, that is the correct answer. Part 3, workout. So here we have negative 8 plus into brackets negative 3 minus into brackets plus 2. So before we do this simple mathematics, let's remind ourselves, when you have a positive sign followed by another positive sign is equals to a positive sign. When you have a negative sign followed by a negative sign is equals to a positive sign. What do I mean by this? So if you have 7, for example, minus 2, you can see these two negative signs are following each other. So when you have two negative signs following each other, we can simplify, then we add, we put a plus. So this is 7, minus and minus becomes a plus. So this is 7 plus 2, which is 9. So this is basically what it means. And then when you have a negative sign followed by a positive sign, or a positive sign followed by a negative sign, you have these two cases, then we get a negative number. So bear this in mind, put this in your mind. It is very useful, especially when you're multiplying, dividing, and when even adding. I'm going to simplify this. So this is negative 8. So I have plus minus 3, then minus positive 2. So I've said when you have a plus and a minus, so plus and a minus becomes a minus. So this is negative 8 minus 3. Then here we also have negative and a plus. Negative and a plus becomes also a minus. So this is minus 2. So using a calculator or just mental mathematics, negative 8 minus 3, it is negative 11. Then here we have minus 2. And then negative 11 minus 2 is equals to negative 13. And therefore, the correct answer is part D. So that is how we work out that. Hope you are following. Let us continue to question number 4. Number 4 is asking you to evaluate. So you're going to use BODMAS. You know that BODMAS says we start with the brackets first. We go to off, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So you can see here we have a bracket. I'm going to start with this one. So the number is 15 plus 3 multiplied by, so here we have the bracket, this is 8 minus, so 2 squared is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, then divide by 6. I'm going to do what is inside the bracket. What is 8 minus 4? 8 minus 4 is 4. So this becomes, this is 15 plus 3 multiplied by 8 minus 4 is 4. And here we have on the other side divided by 6. So after brackets, there is no off in these mathematics, in these numbers. So I'm going to go to division, which is we divide. So I'm going to divide these two numbers, that is 4 divided by 6. So I can do in this side 4 divided by 6. I can see by 2, 2, by 2, 3. So 4 divided by 6, I get 2 over 3. So where I have 4 divided by 6, you can substitute with 2 over 3. So to continue, here I have 15 plus 3 multiplied by 2 over 3. Then I can say I'm going to multiply this to number 3 times 2 over 3, because after division is multiplication. So by 3, 1, by 3, 1. So finally I have 15 plus, so 1 times 2 is 2. So 15 plus 2, which is 17. And therefore the correct answer is B. The answer is 17. Let us continue to question number 5. The question reads, in a right-angled triangle, the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter and one leg is 5 centimeter. What is the length of the other leg? This is a very straightforward question, a very simple question. So you have a right-angled triangle. So I'm going to draw the right-angled triangle. So this is the where we have our 90. So the hypotenuse is the one which is opposite to angle 90. So I'm going to put here 13. So when you have a right-angled triangle, to locate the hypotenuse, it's the one which is opposite to angle 90 degrees. Then it's saying one of the leg is 5 centimeters, so I can put here 5 centimeters. And then the other one is unknown. So we know from the Pythagoras theorem that if you have a right-angled triangle, so we can have some sides. So this is A, this is B, and then C is the hypotenuse. And I've said C, the hypotenuse is the one which is opposite to 90 degrees. So from the Pythagoras theorem, says that A squared plus B squared is equals to C squared. That is the sum of the shorter sides squared is equals to the hypotenuse squared. So I'm going to square. So A is the unknown. So I'm going to put A squared plus the B squared, it is 5. So 5 squared is equals to C squared, and C is 13. So 13 squared. I'm going to simplify this. So this is A squared plus 5 squared, we get 25. Is equals to 13 squared. If you square 13, we get 169. That is 169. We're going to do a simple mathematics. So this is plus 25. Anytime a number crosses an equal sign, the sign changes. So when this is positive 25, towards the other side, it becomes negative 25. So I remain with A squared is equals to 169 minus 25. Then I subtract. So this is A squared is equals to 169 minus 25. I get it is 144. So I need A, not A squared. So I'm going to get the square root on both sides. So A will be the square root of 144. And we know that the square root of 144 is 12. And therefore, A is equals to 12. And you can see the answer is D. And therefore, the correct answer is B. Number 6. A sector of a circle, so a sector, has a radius of 7 centimeters and a central angle of 90 degrees. What is the perimeter of the sector? So I'm going to draw a sector here. So a sector with angle 90 degrees. So this is the 90 degrees. The angle is 90 degrees. And call this side A, B, and then O. So we're going to they're asking us to find the perimeter of the sector. So the perimeter is the sum around this shape. So from A to B, this is the arc length. Then from B to O, from O to A. So the radius is 7, so this means OB is 7 centimeters. And also from O to A, it is 7 centimeters. So we know that the arc length AB is given by the formula, this theta over 360, the angle theta subtended at the center, multiplied by 2 pi r. So when talking about arc length is same as the circumference, because this is the part of a sector which was the part of a circle. So that's why we put 2 pi r, where r is the radius. So to get the arc length AB from A to B, it is the angle theta, which is 90 degrees over 360, multiplied by 2, multiplied by r by pi, 22 over 7 times r, which is 7. So I can see, when we multiply that part by 7, 1 by 7, 1 by 90, 1 by 94 by 2, 1 by 2, 2, then by 2, 1 by 2, 11. So the arc length from A to B, I can see it is 11 centimeter. So when you do this mathematics, we find that from A to B, it is 11 centimeters. But that is not the answer. You can see we have A as 11 centimeters. So this is to trick you. Remember, they're saying what is the perimeter of the sector. So the perimeter is from A to B, which is 11 centimeters, that arc length, and then from B to O, then from O to A. So you can say the perimeter will be 11 plus 7 BO, then plus 7, which is OA. So this is 11 plus 7, which is 18, and 18 plus 7, we get 25. So the answer is 25 centimeters. So and then the correct answer is C. So that is how you solve it. Let us continue to question number 7. Number 7 is saying the area of a rectangle is given by A is equals to X into brackets X plus 5. If X is equals to 3, what is the area of the rectangle? So this is, we can use substitution. So we have the formula, we're given the formula that A is equals to X into bracket X plus 5. So you are given that X is 3. So where we have X, we're going to put 3. So this is 3 into brackets 3 plus 5. So I'm going to add what is inside 3 plus 5 is 8. So this is 3 multiplied by 8. So if you multiply these two, you get 24. And therefore, the correct option is C, 24. Let us continue to question number 8. Number 8 says, if 3 workers can complete a task in 6 days, how many days will 2 workers take to complete the same task? So this is how I usually do this question of, this is proportions. So rate of work. So here we have workers, W. Then here we have days, D. So here we have 3 workers can complete a task in 6 days. So 3 workers, they take 6 days. How many days will 2 workers take? So 2 workers, how many days will they take? So that is where we put a question mark. Sorry for that. So how many workers will they take? So to do this, so you ask yourself, if 3 workers take 6 days, then 2 workers will take how many days? Will they take more days or less days? We can see the number of workers has reduced, and therefore they will take more days. So I'm going to pick a number which is more from here. So the number which is more is 3 over 2, then I multiply by 6. So I can see by 2, 1, by 2, 3, and 3 times 3, we get 9. And therefore, they're going to take 9 days. They will take more days because they have reduced in number. So the answer is B. Number 9, a shopkeeper buys an item for shillings 200 and sells it for shillings 250. What is the percentage profit? So they're asking us what is the percentage profit. So we know that we want to get the percentage profit. The percentage profit, it is the profit itself, profit over the buying price multiplied by 100. So to get the percentage profit, it is the profit over the buying price multiplied by 100%. So we need to get the profit. So the profit, you know, it is the selling price minus the buying price. So it will be 250 minus 200, which is 50 shillings. And therefore, to get the percentage profit, you'll come here and say, this space is very limited. It is 50, the profit over the buying price. He bought it at 200 shillings, so over 200 multiplied by 100. So by 0,000, you can see by 2, 25. And therefore, the percentage profit is 25%. And therefore, the correct answer is A. Let's continue to question number 10. Number 10, here we have a very simple question. Which of the following fraction is the largest? So how do we know which fraction is the largest? So we have many ways of doing this. You can use the LCM of these fractions. You can convert these fractions into a percentage and so on. So I'm going to change this fraction and multiply it by 100 to convert them into a percentage. Then I check which one is the greatest. So I'm going to start with the half. So I'm going to multiply by a common number, which is 100. So this is a half multiplied by 100. So I'll get this is 50. Number 2, that is this fraction. The second fraction is 2 over 3. 2 over 3 multiplied by 100. I multiply that. I get this is 66, 2/3. And then the third one, I have 3 over 4 multiplied by 100. I get this is 75. And then finally, the last one is 4 over 5 multiplied by 100. So we multiply 4 over 5 by 100. I get this is by 5, 1 by 5, 20. So this is 80. So I'm going to see which is the largest. So which number is the largest? I can see I have 80 is the largest. And therefore the fraction is 4 over 5. And therefore the fraction which is the largest is 4 over 5. And the answer is A. So that is how basically you can know which fraction is the largest. This is my way. You can also use the LCM method and you'll still get the same answer. Let's go to question number 11. In the matrix, so we have the matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the position of the element 3? So I usually tell students that if you have a matrix of this order, here we have A, B, C, D. A matrix, the order of a matrix is given by rows and columns, so RC. So these are the rows, these are the columns. So that is the order of the matrix. It is row multiplied by columns. So I can see my matrix here. It has 2 rows. Rows 1 and 2 make a row, 3 and 4 make a row. So these are 2 rows, and then columns tuko na ngapi? We have 2 columns, 1, 2. So they're asking the position of element 3. So you can see element 3 is in the second row, row 1, row 2, and then in the first column, column 1. So I can say it is in the row 2, column 1, and therefore the answer is B, row 2, column 1. Let us continue to question number 12. An agent earns 5% commission on sales. If the total sales are 50,000 shillings, what is the commission? So you know that the commission, it is the percentage of the sales. So this is basically, it will be the percentage. She's given 5%. So this is 5 over 100 multiplied by the sales, which is 50,000. So if you multiply this, I can see by 0 by 0, 0 by 0. This is 500 multiplied by 5. And you get the answer is 2500. And therefore, the correct answer is C, 2500. Let's continue to question number 13. A bag contains 4 red balls and 6 blue ones. What is the probability of drawing a red ball? So here we have 4 red balls and 6 blue balls. So probability of picking a red ball. So probability of picking an event A is the number of favorable outcomes divided by number of possible outcomes. So probability of picking a red ball You can see we have 4 red balls, so it is 4 over the total outcome. Total balls are 6 plus 4, get 10. So the probability is 4 over 10. So you can simplify by 2 by 2, 5. We can say it is 2 over 5. And therefore the answer is D. Correct answer is 2 over 5. That is how basically you can find probability. So for example, if you have 7 boys in a class and 10 girls in a class, probability of picking a boy is, you pick, how many boys do we have in a class? It is 7. For the total outcome, how many students do we have? There are 10 plus 7, which is 17. That is how we do probability questions. We continue to question number 14. Arrange the following fractions in descending order. So I'm going to do this the same. I'm going to convert these fractions into percentage, and then I arrange them in descending. Descending means we start from the largest to the smallest. That is the meaning of descending order. I'm going to convert this quickly. So this will be 3 over 5 multiplied by 100. So 3 over 5 multiplied by 100, we get this is 60. The second one is that multiplied by 100. So that multiplied by 100, we get is that 3 into 1 over 3. The second one is 7 over 10 multiplied by 100. So if you multiply 7 over 10 by 100, it is 70%. Then finally, the last one is 2 over 7 multiplied by 100. So if you multiply 2 over 7 by 100, you need to get 25 and 4 or 3. So I'm going to this 28 and 4 over 3. I'm going to see which one is the largest. The largest is 70. So it's starting with 7 over 10. So the largest is 70 and its fraction is 7 over 10. So 7 over 10. Followed by the second one is 60, which is 3 over 5. Followed by 3 over 5. Then the third one is 33, 1 over 3. So it is a third. Followed by a third. Then finally, this is the smallest, which is 2 over 7. So 2 over 7. Then if I check at the answers, you can see we have 7 over 10, 3 over 5, and 2 over 7. So the correct answer is 14, which is, the correct answer is B for question number 14. So we continue to question number 15. Find the equation of a line passing through the points. You're given the points and another point. So the point is negative 2, 3, and the other point is 4, 1. So you know that the gradient is changing y by changing x. So we're going to find the gradient of this line. So we're going to start with the gradient. So gradient, it is the change in y by changing x. So this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. So I'm going to pick 1 minus 3 over, I'm going to pick 4. So this is 4, the x is 4 minus negative 2. So I'm going to subtract these 2. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2 over 4 minus minus. Remember, minus and a minus becomes a plus. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So if I simplify this, you can see my gradient is negative 1 over 3. This is the gradient. Gradient is negative 1 over 3. The question is asking us to find the equation. So when you have the gradient, to find the equation is very easy. You pick one of the points. I can pick the point negative 2 and 3. I can pick the point negative 2 and 3, or the point 4 and 1. So this, I can pick this point. You can pick any. So the point is 4, 1. Pick another point. They are known, x and y. And remember, since these two are lying on the same line, on the straight line, on the same line, the gradient is the same, which is negative a third. So I'm going to say changing y by changing x. So y minus 1 over x minus 4 is equals to negative 1 over 3. I'm going to remove this, multiply this number by what is there on the right. So I remain with y minus 1 is equals to negative a third into x minus 4. I'm going to open the brackets and collect like terms together. This is y minus 1 is equals to negative 1 over 3 x. So negative a third multiplied by negative 1 over 4 becomes plus 4 over 3. So taking negative 1 to the other side, it becomes a plus. So this is y is equals to negative 1 over 3 x plus 4 over 3 plus 1. So this is y is equals to negative 1 over 3 x plus, so I'm going to add 4 over 3 plus 1, and I get it is 7 over 3. So 4 over 3 plus 1, it is 7 over 3. So when I look at the answer is C, which is y is equals to 1 over 3x plus 7 over 3. Therefore, that is the correct answer. So we continue to question number 16. Let me wrap this so that I can find enough space. So question number 16. Number 16 says, form an algebraic expression for the sum of a number y and twice another number x. So here we have two numbers. The first number, I can say the first number. The first number is y. And then the second number, they're saying twice another number x. So you can say it is twice. So twice a number x, so it will be 2x. So the sum means we add. So the sum of these two numbers. So this will be y plus 2x. So that's what you mean by the sum. And therefore, y plus 2x, you can see the correct answer is A, y plus 2x. Number 17. Grade 9 learners were asked to convert 300 kelvins to degrees Celsius. So we're converting Kelvin to degrees Celsius. What did they get? So to convert, we know that to convert degrees Celsius to Kelvin, we add 273. And convert Kelvin back to degrees Celsius, we subtract 273. So this will be, 300, sorry for that. It will be 300 minus 273. So we subtract these two, we get it is 27. So 27 degrees Celsius. And therefore, the correct answer is A. So we subtract 300 minus 273, get 27. So you're saying to convert degrees Celsius to Kelvin, you add 273. And to convert Kelvin back to degrees Celsius, you subtract 273. Number 18. Which of the following is not a property of a parallelogram? So we know that for a parallelogram, it was a rectangle which was squeezed at one side. So basically, you can draw a sketch here. Represent the parallelogram. Let me draw a good diagram. So this is a parallelogram. It was a rectangle, then it was squeezed at one side. So you know that the opposite sides are equal. So if this is 4, also that this side will be 4. So opposite sides are equal. So also this side and this side, they are equal. And therefore opposite sides are equal. That is true. Number 2, opposite angles are equal. This means that this angle is equal to this other angle. And also this angle is equal to this other angle. That doesn't mean we mean by opposite angles. So opposite angles are equal. That is true. Number C. Go to D. Adjacent angles are supplementary. This means that they add up to 180, which is very true. If this is x and this is y, then the sum of x plus y is equals to 180 degrees, which is very true. So the one which is not true, it is diagonal bisect at right angles. This one, it is not true. And therefore, the correct answer is C. Diagonals don't bisect at right angles. We continue to question number 19. The quantity of a rice in a store is increased in the ratio 3:5. If the initial quantity was 120 kilogram, what is the new quantity? So we know that when you increase a ratio, you usually have the new to ratio the initial or the old. So this is how we present an increase in a ratio. So we usually start with the new ratio, the new number, a ratio, the initial or the original number. So when you're told it is increased in the ratio, then this will be the new. You can see the higher number is 5. So the ratio is 5:3. So this is the new ratio to the old number. So the initial quantity was 120. So to get the new quantity, it will be 5/3 multiplied by 120. So you can see by 3, 1, by 3, 4. This is 40 multiplied by 20. We get it is 200 kilograms. So the answer is B, 200 kilograms. So finally, question number 20. Number 20 reads, what is the sum of interior angles of a pentagon? So what is the sum of interior angles of a pentagon? Know that the word pentagon means that the sides are 5. So if you hear the word pentagon, means the sides are 5. Hexagon means the sides are 6. When the sides are 7, it is called heptagon. When the sides are 8, it is called octagon. When the sides are 9, it is called nonagon. Then finally, when it has 10 sides, it is called a decagon. So we know that the formula, the sum of interior angles, we know that the sum of interior angles is equals to 180 into n minus 2, where n is the number of sides. So since we have known that pentagon means the sides are 5, this will be 180 into, where we have n, we put 5. So this is 5 minus 2. I'm going to do what is inside the bracket. 5 minus 2 is 3. This is 180 multiplied by 3. Multiply 180 times 3. Get it is 540 degrees. So 540 degrees. I can see the correct option is B. And therefore the sum of interior angles of a pentagon is equals to 540 degrees. So that is how we solve that question. Basically, that is the last question in section A. I'm going to do another video for section B. It is a very good paper. Kindly don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel so that you can learn and get more educational content. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. See you in the next video.